Hello YouTube, this is the Bucket coming at you today with my Ruger Standard model. Mine was made in 1975, 1976. We're not 100% positive of when exactly it was made. But these guns were made from 1949 to 1982. And the story goes that Ruger ended up having one of his buddy's Nambu pistols, and he ended up wanting to make one. And he ended up making actually two of them. And they were so good that another one of his buddies said, "Hey, what if I gave you the money to start your own manufacturing company?" And this was the gun that he came up with. The Ruger Standard and the Ruger Mark I are very, very similar pistols. Usually the Mark I's have a bull barrel where this has a tapered barrel, and the Ruger Mark I's ended up having an adjustable rear sight. Let's go over the specs of this pistol. So this pistol comes in at 8.75 inches in length. The barrel length is 4.75 inches. The width is 1.2 inches. The overall height is 4 inches. And the weight of it is 34.7 ounces with an unloaded mag. The mags carry 9 rounds in this detachable box magazine. And you can tell when you have a Ruger Standard or a Mark I magazine because it'll have this silver base plate. And that will become important because just with a lot of these guns, some of these mags can be a little picky. I'll tell you that my model ended up coming with 2 of the silver mags and a Metgar mag, and my Metgar mag won't run at all. I've heard that there is a Ruger supply site that does have Ruger branded magazines, but I've heard some good, some bad things about those magazines. You'll see that your bolt is in the white, and you will have the Ruger logo on one grip, but not on the other. Now, I've seen some videos where sometimes they're on this side and sometimes they're on this side. I don't think that really makes that big of a difference. The bolt is very Nambu-esque. It does not have a last round hold open, but you can use the safety to hold the bolt back. And you can drop the bolt that way as well. As far as how this gun feels in the hand, it is a natural pointer. It points really well, easy to pick up those big, nice sights. Again, they weren't adjustable, but as far as mine goes, it was very, very accurate. This is at 7 yards, and you can see that I had 5 that hit the 2-inch target, and it shot really, really well. As far as malfunctions with this magazine, I ended up with no malfunctions, no failures to feed. It just ran, and it just was a lot of fun to shoot. Now, how does that compare to my High Standard Sport King? Well, my High Standard Sport King did have 2 failures to extract, but my Sport King has a last round hold open, which I really like that because I don't like dropping my firing pin on the breech of my pistol. So a last round hold open is a nice deal. Now, when you get to the Ruger Mark IIs, those have the adjustable rear sight, and they do have a last round hold open, and the Ruger Mark IIIs have a thumb release right here on the frame. So if I had to pick between these two guns, I'd probably pick my High Standard Sport King. I just think the features are a little bit better, and I like the way it feels in my hand. Now, it did have a couple more failures, but for a plinking gun, that level of failures isn't such a bad deal. I really like this gun, and if you have one, you've got a really good gun, and I know you know about that. And sometimes you can get these inexpensive, although some of these more legacy Rugers are getting a little bit more expensive right now. So I just had a really fun time at the range with this today. It was a blast to shoot. My brother-in-law, Pony, he really enjoyed it as well, got lots of good accuracy out of it, and I think they're just great guns. I want to thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. All the likes, the comments, the shares are really appreciated. And as always, you stay classy, YouTube. Little baby Bucket, do you want to live in California?
No,
Why?
because I'm not a compliment.